This is Newcap News.
Good evening. Thank you for joining us. There was something for everyone at the annual Just Cruisin' Show and Shine today, and the warm weather was a green light for another successful year. Elise Cox has more.
You'll never see so many babied cars packed into one place than at the Just Cruisin' Show and Shine.
Oh yeah, ask my wife, she'll tell you. She probably banked all the hours.
Barrie's 1952 Fargo has had a lot of love go into it over the years.
I spent 4 years on it. I've done everything on it, all the paint, the interior, the pretty much everything, all mechanical, electrical, everything on it. So.
And car lovers were all proud to show off their hard work. But the day wasn't all about souped-up engines.
It's a family-friendly event. We've got everybody here from the little guys all the way to some older folks that just enjoy the classic cars and make it a family outing.
Live entertainment, food, and great weather made this year one of their best.
Turnout is incredible so far, and we've still got cars coming in. They're lined up looking for parking spots. We haven't had the best luck with weather in the past, but this year I think we won the lottery. It's an incredible day.
It's an awesome show. You guys have a great show. It's a lot of friendly people and lots of nice cars, good weather, so it's nice.
So hopefully their luck has finally turned around and they have great weather again next year. Elise Cox, Newcap News.
Hundreds of bikers are in the border city this weekend. They're taking part in the Border Bike Rally. Now, this was the scene at the Lloyd Exhibition Grounds earlier today. Bikes were on display for people to check out. Now, the event is a big draw for the area, even bringing people in as far as Manitoba.
The bikes are really good. There's a lot of people here. The event is awesome.
I love to look at them all and check out all the different things that people have done with them. Some of them you can see that people have actually put the bikes together themselves. It's pretty cool to see.
The event is also a huge fundraiser for local charities. There is no word yet on how much was raised over the last couple of days. Now, residents looking to get up close and personal with fighter aircraft were in for a treat. As Clayton Brown reports, jets, tankers, and Hercs, among other planes, were all on display today as residents from all over Lakeland filled the Medley Terminal for Four Wings open house.
It was only shortly after the gates opened, lineups began to pile up as people of all ages were eager to get a first-hand look at all the planes.
The beauty about the open house, it kind of shares exactly with the civilian community what we do here in the base, especially during Maple Flag with all the different countries participating. So this is an excellent opportunity to talk to the pilots and the air crew and find out exactly what we do here during Maple Flag exercises.
It's always great to have an event like this and get to meet some kids and the public in general and get to share a little bit of what we do every day with them. I remember going to air shows as a kid myself, and that's what got me so excited to be a pilot in the Air Force.
For Hoyes Oliver and others, today is an opportunity to experience something they may otherwise never get to.
Today is pretty cool, but the jet was really cool because it looked like a giant video game. The bombs on the planes, it's very amazing, and the little machine gun over there, that's cool.
It's amazing that how big the airplanes are, and I've learned about them in science class, but I never imagined them this big.
It's not only an exciting day for families and their kids, it's a fun opportunity for pilots and their crews to put some smiles on some faces.
There's so many possibilities. They're young and they're excited about everything, right? So it's great that we can have them here and have them excited with the big airplanes and all the exciting stuff that goes along with it.
It's even a little fun for the parents.
I love coming here because I grew up far from any military bases, so it's kind of neat to come here and just see all the airplanes, and especially from different countries.
At Four Wing Cold Lake, Clayton Brown, Newcap News.
Students with the Bishop Lloyd Middle School Jazz Band are sharing their musical talent with the community this week. They performed at a number of local seniors' homes. Gerard Lempau has the story.
The band certainly played on as these youngsters brought the music to 3 seniors' homes this week. Some of the musicians are moving on to high school, and as the school year wraps up, this was certainly one way to give back.
it's fun to interact with the seniors' homes, and I'm missing school. I mean, school's fun, but this is, it's good. So no, it's a lot of fun. Just traveling around, have lunch or where and just play, and it's good.
This is our senior jazz band. So these are kids, most of them are moving on to high school, and we're having a tour just to spread music and happiness to the seniors in our community.
Tanner has been playing bass for 3.5 years and is looking forward to continuing his music. So too is alto sax player Caitlin Benson.
I think it's always great to get around and show everyone what we can do and how well we can play. And it's really fun because you get to meet new people in this jazz band.
The school year has been quite busy for these young musicians.
Well, we have all our concerts throughout the year. We just had our final concert last week. And so we're just kind of doing this as a fun wrap-up to the year and get out and play some good music.
Gerard Lampau, Newcap News.
Yesterday's rainy weather didn't scare off locals from hitting up the downtown for a dance party in the streets. Fool's Paradise kicked off the party, opening for reggae band Souljah Fyah, who performed later on last night. The evening was also an opportunity for many local artists and distributors to set up sidewalk tables to sell carnival-style food and artwork to the public. And over at Lakeland College, it was drive-in movie night. Admission to the event was the donation of a toy towards the Lloyd FM Gift of Christmas campaign.
We brought a Cars marble game and a Crayola coloring set.
Emmett Murphy joins me here on the desk, and we are talking Chuck Wagons. Now, it's been a very close season for CPCA.
It has been. There's been some surprises at the top, some veteran names. And after a 3-year absence, the CPCA returned to Dewberry this weekend for the third stop on this year's Pro Tour. Dewberry, Alberta, home to one of the greatest drivers in Chuck Wagon history, Buddy Bensmiller, who's racing for the final time in his hometown. His son Chance also racing. He got in a bit of trouble in the first heat of the night. His horses got all tangled up. He would not even turn the barrels as the race continued on without him. The legendary Dewberry Rocket got things going on the 5th heat, stacked up against rookie Lanson Gondry and the chief, Ray Mitswing. Bensmiller with a textbook turn off the horn, but the veteran Mitswing also came out blazing off of barrel 3. Just like old times, the two battled it all the way around the track. And coming around the final stretch, it was a dead heat between the two legends, both of them gunning for the win in this heat.
Here we come, the straighter the line, the faster the time. Ray Mitswing and Buddy Bensmiller. Here we come. Buddy with another kick at the cat, but here comes Ray Mitswing from the outside with a corner right in the street. It's Ray Mitswing at the line.
Ray Mitswing beats the hometown favorite by 19/100ths of a second. That was the second fastest time of the night. Buddy finished in 4th. The final heat of the night featured the top 3 in Tour standings. That includes the 2010 Canadian champ, Vern Nolan.
There's the sound of the pole that train services have. The big dogs are ready to play. DJ Carey gets out there. Bob Jackson from the outside. Doing the difference is Summit Oilfield in the middle of the track. And Wayne Knight.
Nolan gets off to the hot start from barrel 3, but it's just not enough to pass BJ Carey for the rail position. Forced to run wide the whole track, Nolan still burned down the stretch to win heat 12 in the fastest time of the night. He may still go faster as 2 of his leaders are out with injuries.
I don't know. Like, you know what? If I could get them 2 rights back, that outfit is probably pretty untouchable. And without sounding, bragging or anything like that, it's just they're all nice horses, and it takes a lifetime to find them. And I got 4 of them if I can get them together.
There are still a couple months until the Wheatland Bantam Football League begins its regular season, but the training has already started for local teams. The Lloydminster Chargers faced the Lloydminster Mustangs in an exhibition game at St. Mary's today. It was the Mustangs who got on the board first, capitalizing on a monster rush in the first quarter to go up 7-0. That touchdown sponsored by Newcap in the background. The game was a chance for both sides to get a sense of what their rosters look like and see which players should play in which positions. The Mustangs' first game isn't until September 8th, but they looked in mid-season form today, scoring 35 unanswered points in a 35-0 win over the Chargers. Despite having just 11 returning players, the Mustangs coaching staff was confident enough to give them a tough playbook.
I photocopied the one from last year. So, I said, Coach Hayward and I were talking, and I thought, we might have to change this playbook around because of how many rookies are coming in. But once we had a couple weeks under our belt before I handed the playbook out, I said, you know what, they can handle this.
We had a good look at all the players, at all the positions, and seen a lot of players that really played well. There's a lot of missed tackles, but that goes back to the rough edges thing, right? And a lot of players that need to just be in other positions, and that's what we'll move them around and things like that. And I think they all learned a lot. I think it was a good eye opener for them today.
After a month and a half of lacrosse, the Wheatland Extreme are finally back at the 500 mark for the season.
With just 4 games left on the year, the Extremes still need to win the majority of games in order to secure a favorable opponent in the first round of playoffs. But this final stretch will be much more difficult than the one that just saw them win 5 of 6. The Extreme faced 2 teams that already beat them earlier this season and 2 more that hover around the same 500 mark. They'll play 2 home games this weekend, tonight at the Service Sports Center and tomorrow afternoon in Kitscoty, before closing the season out with 2 more on the road next week.
Meanwhile, the Wheatland Lacrosse Association Pee Wee League Championship Tournament is underway this weekend in Kitscoty. 8 area teams are in action for the double elimination tournament. Cold Lake got off to a hot start, pummeling the Wainwright 2 team 9-0. Meanwhile, Vermilion doubled up Bonnyville's second team to start the tournament on a winning note. The Border City crew matched Cold Lake's explosive offense, scoring 9 goals, but they were prevented from getting the second shutout of the tournament, giving up 1 to Kitscoty. Meanwhile, Bonnyville's top team scored a hard-fought 4-2 win over Wainwright's #1 club to keep Wainwright's teams winless after a game apiece. The Bonnyville and Wainwright matchup got underway again today with the #2 teams going at it. Again, it was Bonnyville scoring the victory, winning 4-1. The hosts, Kitscoty, dropped their second game of the tournament, getting rolled over by Bonnyville 1, losing 11-2. That's your first look at Newcap Sports. Stay tuned for more news and weather after the break.